It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or War Shack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we're going to be playing some Cthulhu Reno Warlock. Pretty interesting deck. We haven't actually played it a ton, so we'll go ahead and we'll play it a bit. We'll see how we do. We'll feel how the deck. We'll see how the deck feels like. We'll change cards as needed. But from what I've built so far on paper, this deck should perform very, very well. So we shouldn't really have any troubles. Maybe change it like a card or two, but besides that, the deck is pretty straightforward in what it's trying to do. Keeping Cthulhu's Chosen when we have coin against Druid. I don't know. I don't think so. Cthulhu's Chosen is good, but he can just hero power and then like Living Roots it down, so it's not really worth it that much. I'd much rather go for like the Doomsayers, the Dark Peddlers, the Gang Bosses, Twilight Drakes, things of that nature. I'm also thinking about adding in a second Twilight Drake. I know it's a Reno deck, so you don't want to have duplicates, but having a Twilight Drake on turn 4 consistently is like so powerful. That's like the only card in your hand that you would like consistently keep in almost any matchup. I think we're just gonna Peddler. It contests the Panther. I'm not really sure who we go for. The Hungering Crab seems like a rowdy fella. Grimscale Oracle, not gonna get a whole lot of value. So I guess we're just gonna go with the Stone Tusk Boar. We can give this thing Power Overwhelming and go for that deep 5 damage charge. The value. If there was an Elven Archer, you guys know I would have picked it. Hashtag Elven Archer value. Will he make this trade? That's very interesting to see him make a trade like that. Twilight Drake. We have no other play on turn 3 besides the Dope Boar, or we can just hero power. I kind of like coining out the Drake considering we have another turn 4 play, and the Drake currently contests the Azure, and he's going to have to use a Wrath on it if he wants to kill it. So, pretty sizable position we're in. Alright, so he's going to use this to ramp, and he's going face. No surprise there. Alright, so I guess we'll just swing into the Azure Drake and go ahead and play the Refreshment Vendor. Yep. I don't really see anything else to play here. I kind of want to fit in hero powers soon, but for the time being, I think we're pretty stable. We have a lot of heal in our hand. Like, we had our Refreshment Vendor, we have the Colt, we have the Reno. Is he going to ramp? No, he's going for the draw. Alright, so this is a little bit better for us considering we can keep up with the draw based on our hero power. But going for the Grootlings, it's totally fine. We have the boar for this. We have the boar for these matters. Ooh, we could go Bran just to like make him want to kill Bran, or we just go boar. You know what? I'm gonna go Bran. He's gonna use a swipe on Bran, and we're never gonna Bran into the double Cthulhu this game, so I'm not really worried about Bran getting a whole lot of value. I would rather him go out of his way. More or less to want to kill that Bran. Like right now he's going to use probably a Wrath, and he's not going to deal 2, he's actually just going to deal the 4, which makes it so he doesn't actually get the card from it, which is fine with me. Power Overwhelming. Should we bore Power Overwhelming to kill this Azure Drake? Seems a bit overkill. That's a toasty boar. But it actually really doesn't seem that bad, but I kind of want to save Power Overwhelming for when he plays, is this any creature? Give a friendly minion. Okay, I was going to say we could Power Overwhelming one of his creatures later on and like big game hunter it down. We could go 3/4 into 4/4, then Stone Tusk Boar it down. Twisting Nether. This is such a silly play. What is his turn 8? I mean, even if it is a war, that's a problem. We don't want to use Power Overwhelming. So if he plays War next turn, we're going to Twisting Nether anyway, so I really don't value the 3/4 that highly. This seems fine. I don't think we'll Nether. If he plays Rag, we just BGH it. Go A Lamau. Alright, so more Living Roots, and then probably a Power of the Wild. Ooh, Andy Ward. Okay. So this definitely seems like a Twisting Nether, or we could Siphon Soul. And then he's going to power these guys up. This is questionable. Oh, we can't even Twisting Nether. Yeah, we're just going to Siphon Soul this. There was no option to Twisting Nether there. We have Hellfire and the Demon Wrath, so even if he gives him Power Overwhelming, I'm not power overwhelming, but power of the wild. I think we're all good in the hood. I'm really liking the Reno decks. We're gonna build. We've got the Cthulhu Reno, which we're playing now, and then I have a N'Zoth Reno, which we'll play in a little bit. So it looks like this is like a Demon Wrath, big game hunter kind of turn. I really don't feel like using the twisting on this, considering we do have a BGH target in sight. So, ooh, we're Cthulhu. So we'll just go. We could definitely fit in a tap, and I lied. We definitely cannot fit in a tap. But we definitely can clear this board out, no problem. So next turn's like Doomcaller into Cthulhu. Pretty sizable minions. He hasn't used Mulch yet, so maybe he'll use Mulch on Doomcaller because he thinks we don't have Cthulhu in hand. Because it's like, why would he ever play Doomcaller if he's got Cthulhu in hand? Because he can just bring him back. Because the Druid has no way to deal with Cthulhu unless he plays Sylvanas. Ooh, look at this guy with the plays. The plays. So we could actually Shadow Bolt that leaves 6 mana left over, or we could just play the Doomcaller PO, and I kind of like that a little bit more than anything, because it powers up our Cthulhu and allows us to make this trade pretty safely, and if he wants to mulch, then there's no way for him to deal with Cthulhu. And our Cthulhu's currently an 8/8, so it's really not that healthy, but it's better than not an 8/8 Cthulhu. How do we not drawn into any of our Cthulhu buffers? I think a mulch is going to come down here. Ooh, a Nourish. Okay, so pretty sizable, unless he has Innervate. Unless he's either has Mulch in his hand looking for Innervate, or he has both Innervate and Mulch. Oh, none of the above. All right, Tappy McTappersons. Imp Gang Boss, Acidic Swamp Ooze. Even the Colt's looking pretty good. Heals for 4, plays a 4/4, and we can even follow it up with an Imp Gang. But we still have Reno in our hand. I feel like we can get a better heal off of it. So we know this is trading there, and I guess we'll just play our stuff. We'll save the Colt. I know we could have healed for 4, but we have Reno. And the heal for 4, like, let's say he, like, makes a huge board with, like, Wisp of the Old Gods. We can just, like, heal and then Hellfire or some shenanigans like that. Alright. This may be the shenanigans we were referring to in the previous turn when I wanted to save the Colt. Power of the Wild. Wow, look at him go. It's a lot of stuff you got there. It'd be a shame if I had Twisting Nether or Hellfire, wouldn't it? So he kills off one of those, swings face. So basically all we have to do is swing this into here, swing this into here. Well, no, that doesn't work, because then that doesn't kill it. Twisting Nether just feels so bad. What you looking for? It is fun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I guess we could Shadow Bolt in Hellfire. Which one do we want to live, the Teacher or the Fandral? I figure the Teacher's better to live, right? Does it even matter? I just don't want a Twisting Nether, and we're gonna Hellfire no matter what. So I guess we Shadow Bolt. We swing. Oh, we could have fit in a tap. That's my bad. Tap last because we're OP. The play wouldn't have changed, but tapping last is always not good. We don't have to twisting, we never twist him. All right, Yogg, what you got, fam? Seal of Champions. Ooh, that's a powerful imp. Ooh, make him more powerful. Ooh, that's good. Hit him with the 9. Backstabbing the imp. All right, he's a 4/1. He's naked. Don't kill him. Sinister Strike. That's always bad. Hunter Secret. Demon Fire. Don't kill my demon. Ooh. How is the imp not a demon? The thing, it came from a demon. It looks like a demon, but it's not a demon. Firelands Portal your own guy to make a 4/4. Kill my guy to make a 1/1. Forgotten Torch puts another fireball in your deck, but hits your face. Excavated Evil kills my guy, puts a card in my deck. Pyroblast, big deal. Where's it going? To his own guy. Nice. That did a whole lot of nothing. I don't even know if we Cthulhu. I feel like we should buff Cthulhu first, right? Or should we just play Cthulhu? Do you think this guy's got the rush? We'll go Cthulhu's Chosen, see if it's a snipe. It's not. So I guess we could go Sylvanas just to annoy him a little bit. We'll play Reno next turn. He targeted my face, so that's obviously a swipe. Thanks for letting me know. Okie dokie. Emperor Tharuzans. We'll attack face with the Cthulhu's Chosen first because if it's explosive trap, this is gonna take damage no matter what. If it's a misdirect, that's fine. So I guess we'll just attack face and see what happens. But what if it's a bear trap? That's bad. Then we can't kill the Emperor. We know we're Renoing no matter what though, so even if it is a bear trap. But then we can't kill that. But he only has a couple cards in hand. But then he swings into there.
Let none survive.
Fuck it. Okay, so it is explosive trap. Alright. Well, we know we're gonna make this trade. There's no way for us to kill our guy. Ooh, now there's a way for us to kill our guy, but then we can't Reno Jackseno. So I guess we just Reno Jackson, drop Disciple, make trade. Or not drop Disciple, drop Beckoner. And then next turn we drop the Cthulhu's. He's finally worthy. He's been going to the gym. He's a 12-12, got some mighty tentacles. Raven Idol, probably looking for some sort of card draw. No, actually, with 4 cards left in deck and 4 cards in hand, you're looking for a creature, like another Yogg. Wow, he went for a spell. I would have definitely gone for a creature there, like a Deathwing or, you know, something big that could change the game. But no spell is gonna really change it that much. Swipe face. That's what I'm talking about, fam. Feral Rage, going face. What the hell does this guy have in mind? This guy have like some secret win condition? I feel like I'm scared. Do we have lethal though with this? This is 12, 16. It's not. So I guess we'll just drop this down. Not gonna tap because I'm scared of whatever this guy's got going on. We'll just have lethal next turn. I'd rather just play the taunt just in case he has a charge, right? You could go like Malagos, Moonfire, Living Roots, win. Have mercy. Have mercy. Alright. It happened in our Warrior game not too long ago. We had no idea he was playing, he just went face with 2 cards. Swipe. Okay. Roaring Torch, look at him go. Little does he know he's dead. To exact Cthulhu lethal. Bing, 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 bing. Good stuff, good stuff. We're making our way back down the legend ranks. Today, we were trying to, again, build this Tempo Mage deck that we had not so much luck with last time. And I don't know what it is with me and Tempo Mage, but I'm like, I think... Did we even win a game last time? I don't think we won a game when we played it. I'm pretty sure I'm like 0-9 with the deck. So that's why we went from like ranks 500 legend to 1,100. Is because we literally lost, I think, like 9 games in a row with the Tempo Mage. And it's not even like, I don't think I was playing it that bad. We were just getting doo-doo browned on. Like, it was just bad news all the time. Like, we played another Tempo Mage, and we had gotten Ice Block from our Yogg. And he got Ice Block. He was actually, as a Tempo Mage player, playing Ice Block in his deck. And I had 2 fireballs in my hand, and he had 13 life. So I'm like, all right, well, I might as well just fireball face over the next 2 turns, because what is he gonna do? Tempo Mage doesn't play heal, and even if he got an ice barrier, because he got a secret prior, which I figured was ice barrier because it didn't trigger anything else, and I wasn't going to attack to pop it, because that's just silly dingo. So I had double fireballed, and let me tell you, it was a big mistake not killing that Flame Waker and just trying to go face because it was an ice block and we got fucked. But the chances of him just like playing a random ice block in his Tempo Mage deck, like, come on, why are you being such a silly goose? It's like, oh, get outplayed. It's like, no, not outplayed. Like, if we're playing in a tournament, you literally see every card in your opponent's deck prior to playing them. So you can't, like, there is no surprises when it comes to that. So on ladder, when you play someone and you know, you have to come up with a rough estimate of what they're playing, the better player is of course going to throw in like an ice block. So it's definitely a good tech card, no doubt, especially against other mages. But like, unfortunately, those kinds of tactics don't really work in tournaments. Not that I play in tournaments, but for those of you who are looking to play in tournaments, if you're trying to like tech in a card that it's like, oh, you know, he's not gonna assume I have a Harrison or like an acidic swamp ooze or an ice block, and you might think it's like a mirror entity. No, they just literally can look at your deck and be like, all right, well, he runs one ice block, so if he ever plays a secret, that's what it is, and I can play around it. It's not really a secret anymore. It's like everything but a secret. It's just like, hey, I'm an ice block. How you doing? Yeah, Twilight Drake on turn 4 is just such a fucking devastating card. It's like, you don't want to waste Execute on it. You don't want to waste Shield Block because it's just like a 4-drop, right? Oh my god, he's playing Tempo Dragon Warrior. Poor soul. Poor soul. I kind of just want to play Bran, you know? Like, there's no point. Like, it's such a scary-ass card, no matter who you are. Like, you play Bran, your opponent's like, what's going on? We could go with the Colt, though, because it is a solid 4-4. And we could just make we don't even have to really make the trade into there. I was hoping we could play like Emperor Sylvanas. We could go tap Bran. He gets really scared, makes trade. Next turn we make trade, and then we Tharzan. We go Colt, heal for 2, plays the 4-4. Really don't like that too much. I feel like the Colt later on is good, but it's still a 4-4 on board. What would be the effects of Bran we'd really want? Probably to trigger Cthulhu, but I think like a bigger hand. Ooh, Peddler's good. So we'll just go Bran here, and we'll play nothing else. So he's going to kill Bran, but this is okay because he's going to swing with his Drake and he's going to probably like Blood to Icor it, which plays more creatures on the floor. So if we want to go ahead and play the Colt, that's fine. We can play Emperor, make trade with that Azure Drake. The Bran was just to like bait out whatever kind of shit he's got going on in his hand there. Like Bran, in this deck, he gets a lot of value, but I don't... only when you're playing the control matchup is Bran like a card you're like, all right, I have to save Bran for Emperor. We discount, you know, we make double Cthulhu. But when you're playing any sort of aggro or tempo matchup, you know, hey, look, Blood Icor. How do we know? It's not as necessary. Like, he's just a card that I kind of like baiting out people. Like, we baited out the War Axe, so now we can Acidic Swamp Ooze. He didn't make the trade with the Twilight Guardian, which I wish he would have, just because we could make an easy trade there. So now the question is, does he run Gorehowl or something like that? I don't think the answer is yes. I also kind of want a Dark Peddler and see if we can get like a 2 damage something. Or even that card that removes... but dude, Emperor Tharzan right now. Hey, Lamau. So like, what would we play? We'd go like Dark Peddler. We would try to go for the remove 1 weapon durability. Or like a Voidwalker. I think Tharzan's just too much value to let down. Tharzan's just too much. We have too many cards in our hand, and it's just, they're all swell. We got Reno, we got Sylvanas, we got Peddlers, we got Taunts, we got Dooms, we got Hellfire. It's too much. Too much. We have Reno, so we can play this, like, not really worried about our life total, because we just click that reset button. And if he doesn't kill Emperor, it's just like GG. So he's going to have to swing a creature in his axe, which is basically the same thing as an Acidic Swamp Ooze. So we can just save the Acidic Swamp Ooze from Malkarok or the secondary War Axe, because you know he's got it. This is like instead of armoring, like, instead of playing Control Warrior, right, which we normally play a lot of, and going with like the armor ups, playing the super control game, we could just like Reno Jackson, which is basically like plus 30 armor. It's just like a game resetter. So you can definitely still play the control matchup with the Reno decks, which is, you know, what I like the most. You guys know. Definitely a control player at heart. Makes the trade, holds on to the War Axe. Interesting. Definitely Shadow Bolt's coming into play here. I really want to get rid of this guy. So we could go like... is it really even worth still getting rid of the axe? He's going to be able to kill this if we play that. We know we're Shadow Bolting, which leaves 4 mana in hand. Which means we're left with... Get heal for 4, which really isn't that bad. But then we don't get to play the taunt. We don't kill the weapon. But I think this is like... I think it's a fine. It's fine. it's a fine. Like when we play this card and he has more than 3 creatures, we're probably not going to be able to weave this guy in there quite well because we're going to follow up with like a field clear, which is going to kill this guy off. So I think healing for 4. So he's a 5-drop 4/4 heal 4. Not too bad. And he's also, again, going to have to War Axe it or Twilight Guardian into it, which makes it so when we Peddler, we can look for like an Elven Archer value, Stone Tusk Spore, things of that nature. And as long as we hover like above 12 HP, we're okay. And why I say 12 is Hell Scream, Inner Rage is always scary. If he has a weapon, add another 3 to that. Slap another 3 on that bitch. But normally it's just that 12 I'm scared of. I see an Execute. I see an Execute in my near future.
My blade be turned.
Look at him. Look at him go. No Execute, eh? Okay. Well, I can tell you right now that that probably wasn't the best move. We could swing, Hellfire, Disciple this down. This then leaves at 4/1. Don't like leaving anything at like 1 HP. So another move is to swing Shadow Flame. And that looks pretty clean to me. Then we could follow up with a Peddler into Taunt, or we could follow up with Sylvanas. He still has 2 Executes left. I don't like using Peddler until he has something going on. So I like Sylvanas. Stops him from playing Rag. Because we don't have Siphon Soul or BGH yet. And if he plays Hellscream here, it's just silly dingo. If he plays Malkorok, not too bad for him. Because it's not, I don't know. Malkorok's not too bad because he knows we're going to make the trade into the 6/5 anyway. But he's definitely not going to Rag. Twilight Guardian's always an option for him. That's pretty good. And the Fairy Dragon, okie dokie. So, we definitely could Hellfire Swing. Clears board. Feels real bad. Feels real bad. We definitely know we're going to Disciple this. I think we're going to Taunt up, so we're at 7. And then I think we're just going to tap. So we'll tap. Power Overwhelming. That's actually not too bad. We can actually Disciple this, Power Overwhelming this, take the Taunt. But again, that really doesn't feel like great either. So we're just going to build up our board. We know he doesn't play Brawl, so we're not scared of that. And even if he does Brawl, whatever lives, we take. If his lives, we take, and if ours lives, then we don't take, but we still have a creature that lived. So, slow and steady wins the race. Reno! Manny Skull. I am the gatekeeper, Manny Skull. You are rank 1, and I know you're hoping for legend, but I was not the right player to play for your game to legend, my friend. Actually, if you win, it's fine. I know the feeling, man. If you win, you deserve it. If you don't win, at least I'm not playing Yogg, so it's not like you lose because of Yogg RNG. Like, this deck probably has the least variance in RNG out of probably a lot of the decks on ladder. Like, the RNG cards would be like Peddler, Sylvanas, I guess Cthulhu if it comes down to something like that. But for the most part, this deck, it's not like fucking Tempo Mage or, you know, Druid where it's all left up to Yogg. I think this deck has it's pretty straightforward. Not a lot of variance in RNG related subjects. All right, so this has 3, this has 4, and leaving this at 1 does not feel good. So we could tap, or then we're down to that scary 15 life total. But we still have Reno, which is always good. So I think we can start, if we tap, what would we be looking for? And the problem is this is still at 4 HP, so even if we attack into there, I think we can start off with Peddler. I think Peddler is a good way to start. Soulfire, Corruption, Young Dragonhawk. We have Power Overwhelming. We could do big things with Dragonhawk. We have 10 damage burst. You know I got it. We can fit in a tap.
Let none survive.
We can actually
survive.
Yeah, fuck it. Alright, we're pushing, not lethal, but we're pushing a lot of damage next turn. I know we could have gotten something better with Sylvanas if we just would have... we could have... Nah, it's just not worth it. We'd extend too many resources. Like, we could have held on to the Sylvanas, maybe kept her at 2 HP, but if he just slams her, there's no point. There's a lot of creatures, so the probability of Rag hitting something decent is very small. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we could go for the, go face Doomsayer play. We could go for the Power Overwhelming onto this, brings it to 7. Then we just Dragonhawk face into that, which I think is a fairly decent play. If we tap, we get to draw, but again, I don't know where tapping's really gonna lead us. Get lower, but then we heal back up. So I think we tap first. Why not? White Elevator's pretty good. I guess we'll just go Refreshment. Go Twilight. We could Twilight this. Well, yeah, no. This would be the same thing, but we do more damage face. Yeah. Look at that thing go. If we would have done it the other way around, we would have missed some damage. I was thinking of Power Overwhelming the dude, hit face for 1, hit the Rag for 1. But that's just silly, because there's a card has Whirlwind or Wind Fury, so why wouldn't we just put the Power Overwhelming on there and just bada bing, bada boom? Look at the little Dragonhawk go. The power. Should be called Big Dragonhawk. Mature Dragonhawk. Young adult Dragonhawk. Alright, so there's Hellscream. There's the hit. Makes our Cthulhu bigger. Summons a dude. We now know he has 0 burst left in his deck. Doomcaller, not really what exactly we're looking for. We can kill this, however, with what we have on the field, but I think tapping's fine to look for something else. Not a whole lot going on there. So, I think we're gonna have to make these trades. Yep. Guess this goes here, this goes here. And we could go like Beckon or Reno, or we could just go Doomcaller. I think Doomcaller is a pretty sizable creature. Again, really no point to Reno. He's out of the Rag, he's out of Hellscream. What's left in his deck is maybe a Deathwing, which we're saving Twisting Nether for, or BGH. Doomsayer is just whenever we feel like playing Doomsayer. Like, this guy's basically really good early game, but not so good later on in the game. So whenever we draw Cthulhu, we just win. And I know we can save Doomsayer for Cthulhu. What are you doing, Rob? We're not going to be playing Doomsayer twice, guys. Or I'm playing we're not going to play Cthulhu into the Doomsayer. It's not going to happen. Ooh, I guess this was a good reason for us to get not at 15 HP. That makes sense. So if we swing, it kills. It's left at 1 HP. That doesn't feel very good. Doesn't feel good at all. That was good of him. Maybe we should have just dropped the Doomsayer and then followed up with maybe drilling Cthulhu. Maybe that was the better play. So even if we Demon Wrath, this is still... Well, Alright, so if we Demon Wrath, this goes down to 7. We make the trade. It dies. And then we trade into the Azure Drake and have a 1/1 left over. We clear his board. Or we clear, keep Azure Drake alive. Do not like keeping Azure Drake alive. We also could follow up with the Reno. So we can actually... Yeah, so we'll tap. There's the BGH. We'll Demon Wrath. We'll make trade. And then we'll go ahead and we'll Reno Lee Jackson. So if he Deathwings, we BGH and we GG's. Because we still have got Cthulhu's. Granted, he's going to execute it, but we still have Twin Emperor Veclor, wherever he is. Wherever thy shall be. If we go to Fatigue, though, he's definitely beating us there. Alright, so there's the Ravaging Ghoul Execute. Ooh, Monkey. Play 2 more cards. Play another card. Please? Oh. Okay. So we know this goes here. This gets buffed. It goes to a 4. Can we damage anything else? I don't think so. Unfortunately not. Do we just go Doomsayer or nothing else? I guess we could just play cards. Do you just play mind control tech just cause? Cause we draw Cthulhu, we play Cthulhu. So fuck it. Play it all. Play one, play none. Play it all here at the end. We throw up on the board and we hope to God to win. So there's the War Axe, which will be finally we can ooze something. Malkarok's still somewhere and nuzzled in his deck. So he's gonna charge that out. That's fine. This is gonna get buffed. We can almost BGH the freaking Berserker, which I was seeing if we could do last turn. So maybe Doomsayer wasn't right to play that early on. Maybe we'll actually need 2 Cthunes. We still have Draxus though. Lord Draxus, Ildon of the Burning Legion. Hey Cthulhu, how you doing? So that's 18. I mean, theoretically we could win with that, but yeah. Fuck it. What if it just doesn't hit the Berserker and kill it? At least we have the this guy to follow up. Alright, play Deathwing. Here he comes! Here comes the Deathwing! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, how did we know? Good game. Well played.
Well played.
You've won this one. Wow, we've only played 2 games. It's felt like a long time, fellas. It felt like a long time. We'll play one more. Oh, that's right. We're going to put in another Twilight Drake. That's what I'm looking for. What card didn't really help us? Ooze didn't help us, but it's so good against shamans. Brand's not that great, but still good. Mind control tech could be taken out. Really hasn't seen a whole lot of play, to be honest. Dink. And dink. Okay. I know it could be bad with Reno Jackson, but I feel as if this is good. It's good. I do the same thing in my N'Zoth deck. I have 2 Twilight Drakes. Because if you have 2 of them in your deck and you're mulligan hard to find them, it's just like War Axe. You're going to get it, what, 50, 60% of the time? And if you don't, you're going to draw into it sometime before turn, like, what, 5? So, should be all okay. Alright, I think we keep the Disciple. I almost want to keep Mortal Coil, just because of a fiery beat. Because of the fiery beat. Also, if he's playing Abusives, it's good. Fuck it, we'll keep it. No Twilight Drake. Watch, this is the game that we draw Reno, but then we don't draw our Twilight Drakes until like the last 5 cards in our deck. I doubt it would get that far into the game. We'd die before that, but still. So we save the Twisting Neither and Shadow Flame for Call of the Wheels. And then we try to keep the early game pinned down with spells. Okay. Alright, he's playing the Yoggen Load, aka, ooh, how you doing, Drake? Yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy. So hopefully he plays a card with 2 HP right here, like, you know, King Zealot is good. No, Huffer's good. Ha. Huffa. So now we just go. We target this, and then we're gonna go ahead and swing with this next turn because this is most likely a frozen trap, maybe an explosive trap. It triggers, it doesn't hurt our Drake. We play the Drake, and all is swell. We actually could go Mortal Coil. Ooh, so Mortal Coiling swinging is such a great play. Then we'd coin into Drake. Oh, but what if it's not the, what if it is frozen trap? I still think we Mortal Coil. Well, do we? It would such a good play if this is not frozen trap. I'm doing it. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Not frozen, so it's left to bear, explosive, dart trap, most likely not. Not the snake of snakes. It's fine. Deadly shot onto one of my Azure Drakes. Little do you know I've got to double them up. Ooh. Now you're like, is he even playing Reno Jackson? What's going on? We could have gone the Crazed Worshipper, but I just like Twilight Drake so much. Oh, he is playing Fiery Bats. Holding the Mortal Coil was really good there too. Houndmaster. Ooh, that's a card. You know what else is a card? Shadow Flame. You're running out of resources, Huntard. You're running out of resources. You're gonna left to. This game's left up to basically Doctor 8, but we've got our Doctor 8. Face is the place, my man. Face is the place. You tell him. Hit him with the 9. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. You know, what do I do? Go Face! Go Face! Should we give him? Well, should we let him think he's gonna? Yeah, let's attack Face. Bear trap. He's like, oh yeah. 2 charges with bow. We're gonna deal 5 damage or 5 damage at least over the course of blank turn. And it's just like, you just killed my weapon. This deck is so techy. I mean, we're just drawing well, which is fun because I never draw well. But it's just like so tech master. It's just like, oh, like. Double Drakes, really hard to remove. Waste big removal on Drakes. You know, you play Emperor, you can't get rid of it. Just discounts entire hand. We have a big hand because it's Warlock. Just like play cards, we heal with Colt. Play cards, we heal with Vendor. Play more cards, we kill them all. Play little cards, we kill the little cards. Play mediocre cards, we kill the mediocre cards. Just like, what? What is going on? I almost just want to tap. We have so much health. Well, decent amount of health. I guess we go Colt. I like Shield Bearer. Whoa there, Nelly. You trying to fuck me up with that play right there. I see you trying to fucking Hellfire game, scooting those cards over. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, Face is the place, boys. Alright, we can effectively get through quite a bit of his cards. So we'd go like swing, Hellfire, do that shit, or we can just heal. 3. We can boom. Leok stays alive. Save twisting for the next one. I don't mind it. So yeah. So Bish. We're at 18 HP. Cthulhu's Chosen's fine. If we were maybe at 10, play the Shield Bear, but we're good. Kindly Grandmother. And Infested Wolf. Okay, so we're just gonna pop all this and just Shadow Flame probably. Or Hellfire. Well, we can actually just Demon Wrath, right? So we just... we'd swing. I think that's a little bit better. Well, what do we feel like the most? I don't really mind Leok living. No. I want Leok to die. Well, do I? I guess a 3-2 is better than a Leok, right? Yeah. Can we just play Doomsayer and it'll all be okay? I think so. Could also tap. Hopefully get into Reno. That just gets us closer to death. But it gets us closer to Reno. Oh no, if he has Call of the Wild, he wins. No, he doesn't. Okay. Alright. No Reno Jackson, man. This is scary. This is definitely scary. Uh-oh. Can you do it, Hunter? Any damage, you literally just need 5 damage. Maybe we shouldn't have tapped, but there's only 11. Oh, no. Getting closer. We need Reno off the top. We've got 2 draws to get it. All right, we have 2 draws still to get it. Have a good workout. There's Bran. That's not a Reno. There's no way for us to win, so it's tap to tap. Reno Jackson? Nope. Give him the well played. Man, Reno Jackson, where were you, fam? I thought we were doing so well. And then we just weren't. Losing against Hunter feels bad, man. Where are you, Reno? I tapped so hard and didn't draw you. Is there any out here? I mean, theoretically, we could have gone Twisting Nether, not tapped, and then had an additional turn to draw. But at the same time, it would have been the same as tapping because we would have drew Emperor and we couldn't tap after that anyway, unless he just didn't have... No, it didn't matter. Tapping was the best choice there. Yeah. I guess we could just kill our own dude. It triggers twice. Fuck yeah. Yeah, those are the matchups you need the Reno Jackson. So if we wouldn't have tapped, we would have been at 3, so we could have lived an extra turn. Could have lived 1 extra turn. But we didn't take out any healing. Like, I even thinking about putting more healing, like Farseer. He seems pretty good in the deck. Because it's a bit slow, right? So what would we take out for Farseer? And it also works well with Bran. So it's like we heal for 6. Definitely, Power Overwhelming, it's good. Trades up. Yeah, I like it. We could have gotten more. No, we got 3 cards out of Colts. We haven't drawn this fucking guy. Where the fuck has this guy been? We played 3 games and this guy's been... Oh, we also... Draxus was a good draw as well. We could have gone up to 15. Siphon Soul nowhere to be seen. I don't see room to put a Farseer. I like the... Where is he at? I like the Crazed Worshipper a lot. I don't think removing him. Beckoner is just good. I don't know. It's either Power Overwhelming, because we don't play the Faceless Manipulator, so it's just like, why do we play Power Overwhelming? And the reason we play Power Overwhelming is so we can make trades up with things, because this deck doesn't have a lot of single target removal besides BGH, which it requires the target to have 7 or more, or the Siphon Soul. So like, this allows us to trade up with a lot of creatures, which I like. I don't see where there's room. Maybe take out Doomcaller, but that just feels really bad against the control matchup. But against the control matchup, we just play Draxus and we win. So maybe the Doomcaller is worthy of taking out. Maybe. Gives our early game more bump, adds heal. We don't get the Bran into double Cthulhu combo, but we already have Draxus, man. How many late game win conditions do you need? You already have Cthulhu. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. Sweet. All right, so we'll play that a little bit later and we'll see how we do. As always, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed. Sorry we lost against the Huntard, but there's nothing I can do when we don't draw what we need to succeed. We actually did, but just not at the end game. We need to Draxus, any heal, or Reno. So, as always, I'm Warshak, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.